Hi everyone, welcome to my do-it-yourself channel. My name is Daria and today I will show you how I plan my pixel macrame projects. If you are thinking of creating your very own macrame hanging, you might be asking yourself the following questions. Which type and thickness of macrame cord should I choose? How do I get started with the design? How much cord do I need? If that's your case, I will try to help you out. There are three common types of macrame cotton cord: single twist, 3-ply and braided cord. Generally, it's a matter of your personal preference which of these to choose. They are different in some ways though. As you can see, single strand is only twisted once and appears to be much softer, fluffier, and has more volume when used in knotting. 3-ply cord consists of 3 strands twisted together, which creates a very unique texture. Both of these cords can start untwisting while you knot, so this might add some extra work if you try to reach a perfect pattern. Braided cord, on the other hand, is great for keeping your pattern consistent and is very easy to work with. One of the downfalls is that braided cord is often stretchy, which makes it harder to cut cord precisely. It is also not as soft as single strand cord. However, this can also be a positive if you want your hanging to be very firm and hold shape well. The thickness of the cord will depend on how detailed your design is. The thinner your cord, the more of it you will need to reach the desired hanging size. The thicker your cord, the larger your hanging will be. However, the level of detail will be somewhat compromised. I usually use 4mm or 5mm cords for my hangings, as this helps me to work in larger scale and save some time. If you would like a highly detailed hanging, then 3mm might be the right choice for you. Anything above 5mm will make your hanging look quite chunky. When it comes to design, one of the best ways to get started is to make a rough sketch on paper. It doesn't need to be pretty or precise, it is more of a warm-up for your creative process. I usually sketch what's in my head and try to make all shapes very minimal. What you will need next is to find a pixel drawing tool. There are quite a few of those available online. My favorite is pixelart.com, as it is very simple to use and has a very intuitive and straightforward design. Create a new drawing and select a size of 13 × 20 pixels. Each vertical row represents one base cord folded in half, and I know that I can fit 13 of those on my small wooden dowel. As I want my hanging to be rectangular, I select its height to be larger than width by a few pixels. After setting the canvas, I go to settings and turn on the grid, as it helps me to see each pixel individually. Afterwards, I recreate my sketch. I couldn't find a proper way to export my final drawing with grid on top of it, so I simply take a screenshot. After I have my design ready, I can estimate how much cord I will need. Before I start knotting, I need to cut base cords and hang them on the wooden dowel, so I need to know the lengths of those. According to my design, I have 20 horizontal rows, and I estimate each knot to be around 1 centimeter in height. If you use 3 mm cord, this value will be smaller. This means that the length of each base cord should be at least 20 centimeters. I add another 10 centimeters for extra ends. However, as I fold each base cord in half, my full cord length should be 30 centimeters times 2. The formula for base cord lengths should look something like this. To measure how much working cord I need, I use a simple and straightforward method. Take some leftovers or cut 2 small pieces of cord. Fold one of them in half. With the other cord, make a vertical double half hitch knot around the first one. Next, leave a few millimeters space on both sides and cut the remaining ends. You can now untangle the knot and measure the length of your cord piece. In my case, it's 8 centimeters. This is how much working cord you will need per one knot. What I do next is multiply this value by the number of knots that I want to make and add roughly 10 centimeters to account for cord ends on both sides. When my wool hanging includes multiple colors, I calculate the number of knots per color in a row. For example, let's look at row number 4 in the design I just created. I have 8 white knots followed by 2 yellow knots. Therefore, my white cord needs to be 8 centimeters times 8 plus 10 centimeters, which is 74 centimeters long, whereas my yellow cord will be 8 centimeters times 2 plus 10 centimeters, which brings us to 26 centimeters. If you would like to learn more about how to knot with multiple colors, I recommend you watch my tutorial where I cover this topic in detail. Let's summarize the formula for working cord on a selected area. And this is how I plan my pixel macrame project. I hope this video was helpful and you enjoyed watching it. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and I hope to see you next week.